Right, I'm just going to quickly show you how to scroll back through a Siemens tachograph to display information from previous driving shifts. Now what you can do, rather like on the Stone Ridge one, is either do a printout, or if you're just after basic information that you don't really need to keep, you can just scroll back. As long as the information is on your card, you can scroll back. So if you've any discrepancies, if you've been working somewhere and they're disputing maybe a finish time, you can scroll back and double check. So on some of them you've got to make sure the ignition switched on and the mode switch isn't on rest. Sometimes that's not the case. So if you start messing with it and it displays a message similar to printout not available or info not available, just make sure your ignition's on or that the mode switch is on other work. Right, so all you need to do, press OK. Now obviously if you want to do your printout today for today's, you just select OK again on that one, but we're not doing that. We want to go back a few days. So keep pressing down. We don't want printouts, we don't want to enter any information, we just want to display. So there we are, display driver 1. OK. Now if you press OK again, that's going to display no, hang on, sorry, press it again because you do want a 24-hour day. So that's today's date. If I want to display today's information, just press OK. Prompts you to select the time and things, and then you just keep pressing down and it'll go through everything that's displayed on the top of a printout. Give you the reg number, keep pressing down. It'll give you the vehicle you're driving, mileage, everything, start time. So there's the vehicle, there's the mileage, and there's what I've been doing all day. I've not took my card out yet obviously, so I can't show you a finisher time. Right, so I'm going to scroll back a few days, so let's go back maybe hang on. As you can see, it jumps forward from the 13th to the 19th, so in between I didn't do any work. So let's have a look at the 20th. So you press OK, may as well OK that. Obviously there's local time and UTC time, so if you're scrolling through now and you think it's an hour out, don't worry about it, it's just because it's recorded in UTC rather than the local time if the clocks have gone backwards or forwards. So you scroll through, it'll give you the reg number of the vehicle you're currently in, which we've just scrolled past. Then it'll go through all the information that's on your Digi card. So on that particular day, bear in mind it'll always start from midnight because that's a 24-hour period. So for 6 hours I was on rest. So that was from the end of my last shift, which would have been the day before, up to midnight, that isn't included on that 6 hours. So if you finished at 6 PM the previous day, if you scroll back, there'll be an additional 6 hours break. So I don't think you've not had enough rest, because this, if that was the case now, I would have had 12 hours rest. 6 hours before midnight, 6 hours after midnight. So from 6 AM I was on other work for 7 minutes, and that was my manual entry. You'll know that because after, I'll go back to it, can you see, imagine I've put my card in at 7 minutes past, done a manual entry stating I started at 6, then it gives you the information of your reg number, the start mileage, and then what the vehicle actually records after the manual entry's been made. So then for 20 minutes from 6:07 I was on other work, then I drove for 7 minutes because I went and fueled up, Then I did other work for 12 minutes, which was the fueling up. Drove for 35, other work for 34, etc, etc. So if I scroll all the way to the bottom, and let's say for example your boss isn't paying you overtime because they've said you finished at, let me just see what time I finished. Right, so while I got back to the yard at 7, I've been on a night out, other work for 20 minutes, took my card out at 20 past, but if you look, it's doing the same again. The card's been out at, bloody hell, my arms are too, just a minute. So from 7 o'clock till 20 past 7, we recorded other work. I then ejected the card. That's why your finish mileage is displayed. Then you'll see a manual input that from 20 past 7 for 10 minutes I was on other work, and then my daily rest came into effect at 7:30 for 4.5 hours. It takes you up to midnight. Now the reason it split it a minute ago back up here is because the card was ejected. So you may wonder what that is. Well, that is because the day after I did a manual entry indicating that from 20 past when the card was taken out till 30:30 I was on other work. And then the manual entry, well, that's not the manual entry, but so that's when the break started, and then that'll give you all your totals for the day, when your card went in, when your card went out. I know I'm waffling a bit now, but my arm's really sore. Oh. Oh, right, so I'm just going to go back to the beginning now, and if you wanted to do a printout, you can do a printout. And while I'm here, if you ever need to replace the paper, all you do, press that big button, the tray folds down, and the paper roll, where are we, just goes in with the paper flopping forward from the top, just out of there like that, and then you push it back in. Oh. Right, I'm going to have to put the camera down now because my arm's killing. I know I waffled a bit, but hopefully you found that, I'll not say interesting, but hopefully it helps someone if you need to know how to scroll back through one of these tachographs.